What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's four-game NBA DFS slate, courtesy of Awesemo.com and presented by SuperDraft. We've got 4 games today, and thankfully you already know that LeBron James and Joel Embiid are going to be out today, a situation that will open up a lot of different lineups, so let's get that power of positivity back in the air one more time. And right now, please hit that like button. If you want a chance to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of SuperDraft, like this video and comment your overall top value according to DraftKings salaries down below. Nobody got Austin Rivers correctly yesterday. He wasn't even on my radar, so it's no fault of yours. But let's get back on track today by right now liking this video and commenting your top value play down below. But even on a 4-game slate, we still got 4 corners, so let's get right into our first corner of the top owned plays, and Rajon Rondo in a game at Golden State, where there's 115.5 implied points for the Lakers. Rondo is 76% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he's 56% on FanDuel. Rondo will likely start with LeBron out, and he averages 20% usage with a 44% assist rate with Anthony Davis when LeBron is off the court, in a strong matchup against Golden State's 110.7 defensive rating. Another top owned play today looks like Tobias Harris in a game versus the Knicks, where there's 108.8 implied points for Philadelphia. Tobias is 39% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he's 61% on FanDuel. Harris is 25% usage with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid off the court, and with both out today, he should see all the time with the ball that he wants against a Knicks team who are also on a back-to-back in a game that Philly really needs to win. And our last top owned play right now looks like Al Horford in that same game versus the Knicks, where there's 108.8 implied points for Philadelphia. Horford is 53% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he's 51% on FanDuel. Horford sees upticks in usage, rebounds, and a big jump to a 30% assist rate without the two main Sixers, but there's some risk he gets rested or sees less run after he played 34 minutes yesterday against Cleveland. Now let's get into our next corner of the top value plays with Carmelo Anthony in the game at Indiana, where there's 104.8 implied points for Portland. Carmelo is 25% usage with no Damian Lillard on the floor, and while the matchup is not a great one for Portland, his price is low enough to justify some exposure on paper. Another top value play on FanDuel in particular looks like Shake Milton in that game versus the Knicks, where there's 108.8 implied points for Philadelphia. Milton saw 19 minutes in the second half last night after Joel Embiid went out, and he's at a particularly low price on FanDuel, but still playable at his price on DraftKings. And our last current top value looks like Mo Harkless in a game at Philadelphia, where there's 102.8 implied points for the Knicks. Harkless's usage has somehow been even lower as a Knick than it was as a Clipper, but he's near minimum price and seeing steady run at a game where he should see more court time as a defender. And now into our next corner of some other core plays that I'm looking at, starting with Anthony Davis in that game at Golden State, where there's 115.5 implied points for the Lakers. Davis sees just under 35% usage without LeBron, and he's in a strong matchup against Golden State with a price that should give him a decent floor even if the Lakers somehow beat their doors off on the road. Another current core play looks like Josh Richardson in that game versus the Knicks, where there's 108.8 implied points for Philadelphia. Richardson also sees a solid jump in usage of 25% with Simmons and Embiid off the court, with likely all hands on deck for Philadelphia thanks to the absence of 2 ball-dominant players. And our last of the current core plays looks like De'Aaron Fox in a game at Oklahoma City, where there's 108.3 implied points for Sacramento. Fox hasn't shown massive upside lately with all the bodies available for Sacramento, but he's in a game that should be competitive without much downside and a price that affords him a decent ceiling if he does go off. And there's a lot of pressure on our last corner after this week so far, but let's keep going with the lower owned dart throws, and Marquise Chris in a game versus the Lakers, where there's 105.5 implied points for Golden State. Chris has been rock solid since Golden State dumped a third of their roster at the trade deadline. He just put up 43.5 fantasy points versus the Lakers earlier in this month. A somewhat riskier lower owned dart throw looks like Nemanja Bjelica in a game at Oklahoma City, where there's 108.3 implied points for Sacramento. Bjelica is not having a great February, but he remains at a reasonable price with low ownership expected, and the possibility he gets back on track with the guard defense more attentive than the wings for Oklahoma City. And our last very cheap lower owned dart throw is Kyle O'Quinn in a game versus the Knicks, where there's 108.8 implied points for Philadelphia. O'Quinn would have been on pace for 16 minutes based upon the second half yesterday without Joel Embiid, and it's possible he takes more run from Al Horford given the back-to-back and the Knicks team, who could get dusted on their own back-to-back. So that's what it looks like so far for today's slate. So right now, please hit that like button, and if you want a chance to win a free month of Awesemo Plus courtesy of SuperDraft, like this video and comment your overall top value according to DraftKings salaries down below. And as always, those free months of Awesemo Plus come courtesy of SuperDraft, the presenting sponsor of the Four Corners. So go check them out right now at superdraft.io, where if you use the promo code Awesemo, get yourself $20 free on a deposit of $100 or more. So go right now to SuperDraft. It's a very easy game style where you don't have to know salaries. You can pick any players you want in the league and go from there. So go get that deposit bonus for yourself right now at superdraft.io with the promo code Awesemo. If the value game is still too hard for you, we are giving away membership memberships right now on @Awesemo_com. Check our pinned tweet there for details on our podcast giveaway, where all you have to do is rate our podcast 5 stars and give it a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us out quite a bit, and it'll give you a chance at a free month. So check out the details at our pinned tweet right now on @Awesemo_com. While you're on the old Twitter machine, you might as well go follow me at Chris Spags. I've got a ton of content coming out for DFS. Got the XFL column coming out live before lock later today. Tons of things going on, so why aren't you following me? Go do it right now on Twitter at Chris Spags. I'll be back on live before lock later today, I believe, with Fast Eddie Fears, so tune in then. And of course, I'll be back with you guys for one more Four Corners to round out the week tomorrow. So hope you guys have a great night. Hope one of the lower owned dart throws makes me look like a genius one more time. And I'll see you guys again soon. So enjoy and good luck.